Everyone thinks this fight is simple. But what if he can't break him? Because if that happens, this fight changes completely. And that's the part no one's really talking about. Khamzat's entire system is built around forcing defensive sequences early. It starts with explosive level changes off minimal setup, often blitzing behind a long right hand or kick, just to collapse distance. From there, it's not just about the first takedown attempt, it's the chain that follows. Single leg to high crotch, switching to a body lock, running the pipe, then climbing to the back if you turn. What makes it dangerous isn't just the wrestling, it's how he layers it with pressure. He'll pin you to the fence, flatten your stance, and start hand fighting aggressively to open reactions. The moment you widen your base or reach for underhooks, he's already transitioning. Look at the Khamzat vs Burns fight. Even when the takedowns weren't clean, he was still dictating exchanges by forcing Burns into constant defensive decisions, biting on feints, reacting to level changes, overcommitting in scrambles. But that style is metabolically expensive. It relies on fast twitch explosiveness and continuous engagement. If the initial entries get stuffed clean, and the chain wrestling stalls at the fence, his output compresses. He becomes more upright, entries get wider, and the setups become more readable. The threat is still there, but the efficiency drops. Sean Strickland operates on the opposite end of the spectrum. His entire game is built on denial of entries. Everything starts with that long guard and constant jab. It's not just volume, it's a range-finding tool, a frame, and a reset mechanism. He uses it to interrupt forward movement, disrupt level changes, and keep opponents at the end of his reach. Against Israel Adesanya at UFC 293, he showed how disciplined that system is. Small steps, tight stance, no overreactions. He doesn't bite on feints, and more importantly, he rarely gives you extended defensive sequences to build off. Technically, his takedown defense isn't built on explosiveness, it's built on positioning. He keeps his hips back, fights hands early, and uses the fence intelligently to kill angles. When pressured, he doesn't retreat in straight lines or panic wrestle. He frames, resets, and goes back to the jab. That's what makes him so difficult to overwhelm. Khamzat's game depends on chaining reactions together, but Strickland minimizes reactions. He gives you one look at a time, resets the exchange, and forces you to start over. Step 1 is simple but not easy. Survive early. That means defending the first wave of takedowns. Use the cage to build back to his feet. Khamzat uses pressure and kicks to back opponents to the fence for takedowns, but Strickland's counters and angles can disrupt that rhythm. Khamzat must force him backwards carefully or risk shooting into counters. Ignore the glove touch trap. It's just Khamzat reading range. Throw up knees while advancing to disrupt Khamzat's open space takedowns. Khamzat relies heavily on speed when shooting, often using strikes first to find range and timing. He nearly ran into a knee against DDP after committing to a shot. A cleaner, more committed knee could have seriously punished the entry. Win the range battle. Khamzat usually shoots once he's comfortable in range and confident he won't run into counters, often using jabs or front kicks to close the distance first. Strickland needs to hold the center, use angles to keep Khamzat on the back foot, and stay close to the cage when retreating to make it easier to build back up. Step 2. Drag him into deep waters. Khamzat is most dangerous at his own pace, but if Strickland forces exchanges and resets, the fight shifts from explosions to endurance. Pressure Khamzat by taking the center and walking him down. Khamzat is most comfortable moving forward, even when tired, but his defensive mistakes become far more noticeable as he fades, his jab slows, his hands drop, and his entries get sloppy. He also tends to punch off range and overcommit, like against Usman where he threw while barely looking at the target. Strickland should punish those moments and raise knees on entries, as Khamzat risks running into one on a takedown attempt. Step 3. Weaponize the jab. Not just to score, but to control distance and deny entries. Every jab resets the fight. Every step forward forces Khamzat to re-enter. And the more predictable those entries become, the easier they are to defend. It stops Khamzat from crashing forward and makes closing range for takedowns much harder. Since his thyroid surgery, Khamzat has mostly used striking to set up wrestling rather than to do damage. Strickland can take advantage of that by building combinations off the jab and mixing attacks to the body, which could open up a late finish as Khamzat slows down. But here's the risk. Against someone like Khamzat, one mistake is enough. One bad read, one late sprawl, and you're stuck under elite pressure. That's the tightrope Strickland has to walk the entire fight, whether that's 25 minutes, or until he finds a finish of his own. Chaos versus control. Khamzat thrives in unpredictability, fast entries, explosive scrambles, always on the front foot, constantly backing opponents up with combinations and non-stop takedown attempts. Chaos got him hurt in a heated fight. Strickland thrives in structure, tight defense, steady pressure, controlling distance with the jab, and aiming to neutralize his opponent and dictate the fight. It earned him a finish last time out.
I was on Instagram, some stupid shit popped up in my feed about like Chimaev saying he'd try to fight me or kill me in the streets. Dude, I was like 10 minutes from your gym. I was dropping tags and locations all day on my Instagram. Your homies that train with you, follow me, they were seeing my story. You had to know where I was at. 10 minutes from your gym, bro. I was probably right down the street from you. Part of me thought you'd show up. But as we all know with Costa, when he pulled your card, hold me back, hold me back. But man, I'm like the last dude in America you should threaten. But I guess if you don't show up, you don't show up.
The longer this fight goes, the more dangerous Strickland becomes.